Yes, guys, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with another video. Obviously, transfers. Fabrizio Romano said Arsenal will sign a midfielder. That is confirmed, but it's not going to be Donny van der Beek. And we have had our first offer for Sambi Lokonga rejected. We're gonna discuss that and more in this video. Make sure you smash like on the video. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and of course, don't forget the video is brought to you by 1xBet. They bring you all your betting stuff. Make sure you check out their link in the description, and make sure if you sign up with them on your first deposit, use promo code Cossy Media, because you will be able to win up to more than $130 on your first deposit if you use promo code Cossy Media. So we're gonna discuss a couple of stories, a couple of reports from Fabrizio Romano and around the Arsenal, blogs, saying that we have actually offered, we are putting our first offer for Sambi Lokonga, the Anderlecht and Belgian international, but it has been rejected. It is below the valuation. Anderlecht are looking at around 20 million euros, and Arsenal has been looking at around 15 to 16 million euros. And also Fabrizio said Arsenal will sign a midfielder, but it's not going to be Donny van der Beek. He is not the kind of midfielder Arsenal are looking for, and we're actually not keeping any tabs with him. So let us start off with Fabrizio, who said yes, Arsenal will sign a new midfielder for sure. That's according to Fabrizio. He says, however, Donny van der Beek is not on the list of priorities. That is what he said. Arsenal will sign a new midfielder for sure, but there is nothing going on for Donny van der Beek as of today. There are other names in the list, as priorities, as per Fabrizio Romano. And I think he's a very consistent journalist. He's someone who's spoken about how Arsenal will not prioritize the signature of Yves Bissouma, and until now he still says Arsenal do not look at Bissouma as a priority. And now he says Donny is not the Don. I mean, he's not part of that list. He's not part of the players Arsenal look at as priorities. And you know what? I believe in him. I believe him. Yesterday when we were talking about Donny van der Beek, I said it is a very crazy idea, a very crazy transfer, one that is gonna just waste a lot of time. I don't see it happen. I don't see the doors open for Donny van der Beek to move from Manchester United to Arsenal. If he's moving from Manchester United back to Ajax probably, or going to Spain, or going to any move outside the England, the UK, that could happen. But I don't see Manchester United sell such a weapon to a club like Arsenal, to a rival, because we're direct rivals, and you don't sell your best players to direct rivals. I still believe this season we could see Donny van der Beek at least get an opportunity. But anyway, let us discuss the real reason as to why we're here, and that is Sambi Lokonga. Now, according to reports from Belgium, Anderlecht have rejected Arsenal's first offer for Belgian international Sambi Lokonga. The 21-year-old has been tracked with by Arsenal for some time, and Arsenal offered more than 15 million euros in bonuses. Bonuses included. The Belgian club are hoping for at around 20 million euros. So that is as per sources coming in from Belgium. We have had our first offer for Sambi Lokonga rejected. Now, this is a player that I've not actually really followed a lot. I've tried to look at him, the way he plays, what he offers, and why Arsenal could be interested. What is he? How different is he from the lot that we are being linked with? Because, like Fabrizio said, we want someone who has that kind of skill set that's a little bit more advanced and wider than Thomas Partey's, and that's what I've been looking for in this kind of player. In Sambi Lokonga, is he that kind of player that has something more to offer, more than Thomas Partey? And what I've seen is what Arsenal are looking for in this window is we are looking for someone who can actually take on players with and without the ball. and probably be that kind of defensive shield in that midfield, but also be able to to pass that ball around. I think we are, it's right to say that we are looking for someone who's a little bit more diversified in the midfield, and that's really and truly, that is not someone easy to get. Because if you look at Sanderberg, defensive wise, I don't think he's that kind of player. He's very good at ball distribution, very good at switching play and things like that, but he's not very good at tackling. If you look at Yves Bissouma, however much many people want to justify his brightness going forward, I think he's more of he's more of a defensive player. He's more of his kind of football is anchored defensive wise. He's more of that kind of player that's gonna be that's gonna give you the tackles, that's gonna give you the pushing in that midfield, that's gonna do the dispossessing. But when it comes to going forward and making those progressive runs and making those progressive passes and making those progressive ball carries, it is not again. It is not the man. He's not the man for you, Yves Bissouma. So what Arsenal are looking for in that area where Granit Xhaka plays is that kind of player who is absolutely complete. Now, if you ask me, Cossy, is there anyone who is absolutely complete in terms of that area? Well, I've seen some. I've seen the likes of Andre Pirlo. When Pirlo was in that area, you could feel he was absolutely complete. When Andres Iniesta, Xavi were in that area, of course, depending on the kind of football they were playing and the kind of Barcelona they played under, you felt like they were complete players. You felt like that is the kind. If Xavi one day played for Arsenal, it would be very, very different. And it's very different when you have Xavi and you have Granit Xhaka. So what Arsenal are looking for in that area is someone who is very versatile, someone who's got more and more talent and more things to offer, to offer in that area. And that's why I think Ruben Neves will never sign for Arsenal. And that's why I think it's gonna be very hard for Yves Bissouma to sign for Arsenal. If you look at the way Sambi Lokonga plays, and you look at how Eduardo Camavinga plays, they are most similar. The difference is the price tag. Camavinga is 19 years of age and is 50 million pounds, and Sambi Lokonga is 21 years of age and it's just 20 million euros. And it's really disappointing that Arsenal have had their bid rejected. We could have done at least an early deal. Sambi Lokonga playing with Belgium. He's a very fast player. I'm just looking at him here on my screen. A very, very fast player, very strong player. He's not very advanced in terms of going forward in terms of progression, but it's a very, very, very interesting player. If you get some time, try to look out for him. Or I'll do a reaction video probably, by the way. I'll do a reaction video about Sambi Lokonga. The question is, would you take Sambi Lokonga if you get a chance to watch him? Please do answer this question. He's been linked with Arsenal heavily in this window, and that's where the question comes in. Do you take Sambi Lokonga over Yves Bissouma? Because he's 20 million euros, and Yves Bissouma is around 30 million euros. So it's a financial move. If Arsenal make such move, it's purely financial. Cheaper than Bissouma, cheaper than Ruben Neves, and obviously Arsenal have a lot of time to develop this talent and develop all the time and patch up all the talent we can get in this summer. We are not going to play anywhere in Europe. Much of our time is going to be spent on on joining this team together. Of course, we do not have a lot of time, but much of our time next season can be dedicated on how we patch up our team, so the wounds together and become a great club again. So let's see what comes out of the transfer window. We've been linked with Sambi Lokonga. I'll be coming back with the Nabil Fekir transfer update. Well, I've not seen his bid anywhere. I've seen so many people speaking about how we have had our bid rejected for Nabil Fekir. I don't know how much we offered, but it looks like we're having bids thrown out and thrown around, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, I'll speak to you in the next one. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out OneXBet. They bring you all the latest in terms of betting, and of course they bring you all the latest in terms of sport on this channel. Bye bye.